What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Boundless Perception YouTube channel. And today is not a great day. I made a very large mistake. One that has cost me some money and it's cost me a ton of time. So I want to make sure that none of you guys repeat my mistakes. So today we're going to go over it. Make sure that if you do get into 3D printing cosplays, you will not experience the regret that I have, and you will just make better decisions in the future. So let's go ahead and get into it today. The mistake I made and how we can make sure that none of you guys make this mistake again. Let me show you. So here, as you guys know, we have the front of the Lich King's armor. This armor fits no problem. Like, boom, goes on there, no problem. We also have the back here, goes on, no problem. Fits right onto my back. I thought I was good to go. When the final piece printed out, I glued it together. As you can see, constructed it, we were good to go. In Armorsmith Designer, the two pieces line up also. But they kind of lined up. They didn't line up exactly, but I was like, you know what? It's a little bit of margin of error. I can still make it work. The problem that I experienced was the front fit, the back fit, the front and the back do not fit together. Not sure if you guys can see that here, but a few of the sides just will not line up. So like maybe the top two will line up and the back two will not line up, no matter what I do. So yeah, that was really discouraging. It took, like I said, I don't remember how many days, 8 days or so, or like 6 days or so for all of this to print out. All of the filament is now wasted, but nonetheless, it was a great learning experience. And moving forward, I will not make this mistake again. So after I made this mistake, I was frustrated, and for a few days, I was like, what the hell, man? Like, what could I have done to prevent this? So I finally learned what I need to do to prevent this. So let me jump over to Cura and show you guys how we can make sure this doesn't happen to you. All right, guys, so here we are in Ultimaker Cura. I use Pressure Slicer and Ultimaker Cura simply because Pressure Slicer can cut. Do not get that confused with slice. I have an easy time cutting files in Pressure Slicer, whereas in Ultimaker Cura, I do not have an easy time cutting files. So I'll make a whole video on that later, but just know Pressure Slicer cutting, Ultimaker Cura, not so easy for cutting, at least for me. Anyways though, we're here in Ultimaker Cura. You guys are go ahead and open it up. I'm not gonna go over settings. I have mine set for my Ender 3, but I also have a CR10 here and an Ender 3 Pro profile. I'm not going over that. So let's go ahead and load in our part. I'm just going to drag and drop it. I'm going to use Jinx's gun, fishbone, well, her rocket, and boom, here we have it. Let's drag it over here, close this off. If I can. Okay, there we go. So we're not talking about scaling it, anything like that right now. We're just literally talking about making the model, all combined, what you need. So as you can see with fishbone here, the eyes, let's go ahead and zoom in, are missing from this model right here. There are no eyes built into this model. So I was like, maybe I can get the eyes, which were included in the file. So let me go ahead and drag those into the file here. I think they're underneath, there they are. So I just drag and drop, that's all I did for these. Let's go ahead and move them over to the plate. We have one eye, we have the eye detail, we have another eye detail, and we have another eye. So as you can see, we have two eye pieces, two eye details here. What you need to do, instead of trying to line these up, it's almost impossible to do. First is snapping to the bed. You're gonna have to try to drag, drop, match. You can use other programs to do this, but either way, it's kind of gonna be a bit of a pain to try to simply match this to the actual model. You can get close, you're gonna have to move it around angles, whatever have you, but you're never gonna get it exactly where it needs to be. So let's go ahead and place that back. What you're gonna have to do instead is grab the first model, hold down Shift, select every single thing that you want to combine. Now, if the model was created in such a way that these pieces were basically a part of it before, you can go ahead and reattach them by right-clicking and literally hitting merge models. Pull this back over here, you will see now the eye and the eye detail are snapped into the rocket. I'll undo that. Again, put everything back. We're just gonna move it over here. Let's see, just put everything back. I'll do that one more time for you guys. Hold shift, click everything that you want to be on the model, right click, merge models. And that is how we then combine all the files into one. So now you're not worrying about sizing, anything like that. It's all part of the model and you're good to go. Let's go ahead and see it on some armor. Okay guys, so I just loaded in the Lich King armor. We have the back and we have the front. Now you can see over here on the left, the scale is 700. Don't look right here. These are the sizes in millimeters, each individual axis. Don't worry about that. We're just looking at the scale right now. You can see it's 700. So let's say I make the scale of this one, the chest here, 1000. Boom, it applies to everything. The chest is now scaled to 1000 times what it was. The same goes for this right over here, 1000 times. So ideally, these two pieces should go together now. Whoops, do that, let's go to move. These two pieces should go together, and they may. But if you're like me, of course these pieces are just not going to automatically fit right from the file. You're gonna have to change each axis individually. You're gonna have to change the X to be something, the Y to be something, and the Z to be something. So you're gonna unclick uniform scaling, and then let's just say, I don't know, we make the X 250, then we make the Y 225, and then we make the Z, I don't know, 100. So now this chest piece is very different than what it was. You can see all the scaling here is completely different. Well, you would think we would just go over to the chest piece, type in the exact same measurements, 250, 225, and 100. So let's go with 250, 225, and 100. So you would think all of this is gonna match up. It will not. Let me tell you guys right now, they will not match up. Do not try to match your armor this way. This is what I did and it didn't work. So again, if we really want to match these pieces, let's go ahead and get rid of these. We're gonna import in the originals. All right, so here we have our two pieces again. They're really small because who knows, they just come in that way. These are, by the way, Nico Industries Lich Armor files. They're amazing. Shout out to Nico Industry, love them. So anyways, what we're gonna do is the same thing. Hold down shift, click 1, click 2, right click, merge models. And it may take a moment, but boom, there we have it. The two models are now merged. Let's go ahead and rotate that so you can see that they are in fact merged. Pops up on the plate. Now we can take the model, slice it, do whatever we want. So, you know, now we'll just go ahead and say we'll scale it, I don't know, just to whatever number we want. Come on, whoops. Scale it to whatever number we want. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Let's say we type in 700, boom. Now, 700 times what it originally was. Once we have it blown up like this, we can go ahead and cut it to whatever we want so that it will fit on our printers. Whatever printer you have, the CR10, Armadillo, whatever, Prussia, you can now cut this into whatever size you want. Again, cutting is very different from slicing. If you see over here, if I press the slice button, it will do its thing. Actually, that's going to take a while. Give it 1 second. All right, it's just finished slicing. As you can see, it tells us it'll take 1 day, 21 hours, and 22 minutes to print. We can preview it here, see what that would look like with all the supports and everything, and there we have it. Slicing, again, different from cutting. So don't get the two confused. All right, so there you have it. You can make sure that this catastrophe never happens to you again. I'll probably just keep this as a constant reminder of where I've come from to where I'm going. I literally have the new pieces printing right now, and I went ahead and rescaled them and everything. Did all the work necessary to just get the reprint started. So that's going, and hopefully in a few episodes, you guys will see the new armor. So look forward to that. Thank you guys so much for checking out this episode. Definitely feel free to check out some of my other episodes related to scaling and modeling and all that. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe and leave a comment in the comment sections below, as it greatly helps out the channel. Until next time, stay boundless. See you guys. Bye-bye.